Hello, grade sevens. Today we are going to be talking about all the changes that happen in your body during puberty. And we will be including emotional changes and relational changes. So what actually happens to cause puberty to begin? Well, it all starts in the brain. The brain releases a hormone called gonadotropin releasing hormone, GnRH. And that starts the process of puberty. When that hormone reaches the base of the brain, the pituitary gland, then the pituitary gland releases two more hormones into the bloodstream. One is called the luteinizing hormone, LH, and the other is follicle stimulating hormone, FSH. Now with boys, those hormones go straight through the blood to the testes. And the testes then produce testosterone and sperm. And the testosterone causes changes so that sperm cells produce. And for a man to be able to reproduce, you need those sperm cells. Then with girls, those two hormones target the ovaries. And the ovaries contain eggs that have been there since the little baby girl was born. And the ovaries then produce estrogen. Sounds like it starts with an E, but it starts OE, estrogen. And that matures a girl's body and prepares her for pregnancy and to have a baby and to turn boys and girls from teens into adults. So that's how that all begins. Now, what else happens to you during this time? Okay, you're going to have this growth spurt for about 2 to 3 years. You're going to get taller, you're going to grow up like a weed, okay? As we said, different paces. So some kids might remain little, get to high school, you're still little, and then bam, one day, whoop. Right, you might be saying to yourself, oh my word, am I getting fat? 911. No, you're not getting fat. The changes that are occurring is a change of the shape of your body. So boys, your shoulders are going to get broader, your muscles are going to get, you're going to get heavier, your muscles are going to develop. Girls, you're going to get curves on the hips, all right? Your breasts are going to enlarge, and then once your breasts start growing, then 2 to 2.5 years after that, you will have your first menstrual period. And all of those changes we talked about last year. Then you might say, oh my word, hairy canary. I have hair everywhere. And it's thick and it's growing and I need the garden service. Where does this hair grow? So you're not actually getting, for example, more hair on your arms and legs, but it'll start to get thicker. And then you're going to get hair under your arms and you're going to get hair around your genitals. And boys, you're going to get some manly hair on your face. Okay. So what else is going to happen? You're going to maybe get pimples. Now, normal pimples, most people get those here and there. I remember I didn't have pimples when I was a teenager, but when I was about 21 and had a fringe, then under the fringe, I think maybe from the hair, greasy hair, okay, it wasn't greasy, but the oil from your hair, I had pimples on my forehead. But not everybody develops acne, which is more widespread and a different type of pimple. You get different types of acne, but there is no need for anybody to suffer. You can get medications, preparations, certain treatments over the counter, so you can ask your pharmacist. Or if you do have acne or start to really get a lot of pimples, there's no need to walk around like that, because some people even get acne on their back. And that's going to cause embarrassment, and it's going to affect your self-esteem. So just say, Mom, please take me to the doctor. I need to get this pimple problem under control. And there will always be something for it. Personally, I always recommend this. I don't know if you can. Oh, there's Mam's tremor. Benzac AC5 gel, 5%. This stuff, I've recommended this to all my grade 7s and 6s for the last few years. Works like a bomb. Put a spot on the dot the next day, it's gone away. That's all I got today. All right, but there isn't anyone that I know of that has bought this pimple cream and it didn't work. So maybe not overnight, but it will help. But if this doesn't help, then you see a doctor. Okay, then you will be thinking, oh my word, I could smell body odor, I'm sweating, I just played tennis, I played soccer, or oh, I was talking to the girl that I like, and I just started sweating. Okay, body odor, that's what's happening when that's due to the hormones. All right, so what can you do about that? Bath and shower, bath or shower every day. And then if you play a sport or you've done some sweating, built up a sweat, then bath or shower after that. And then you're going to buy deodorant. You're going to, depending on your choice, I choose an antiperspirant, roll-on, and then that prevents all of that body odor or having like wet patches under your arms or your sleeves, boys, of your shirt. And then another thing that happens, girls, you can get a white mucus-like discharge from your vagina. It's perfectly normal. Boys, you're going to start having erections and wet dreams. And the erection's not always in a place where, or what I'm going to say, sometimes you're going to have an erection in a place where you're going to feel really awkward or embarrassed. But it is what it is. Then you've got the adrenaline hormone going through you. You've got extra stress, extra tension. You've got all these feelings going on, okay? So you're going to start to feel strange with your family, your friends. You're going to start snapping at them. You're going to get irritable. You're going to get moody. Mom's going to ask, are you in a bad mood? From the adrenaline, it's fight or flight. And then you snap at people and you're oversensitive and treat each other not as well as you could. And so I'm just going to say, with your peers, with your family, try to treat each other with respect. Try to get that self-control when it comes to your emotions. But you are going to have mood swings. Okay. Then you may start exploring a romantic relationship. And you like a girl, you like a boy, and yeah, you may start forming a special friendship with someone. And what is going to happen is you're going to start talking to your parents less, which isn't always a good thing. Just try to be as open with your parents as possible, because they got a lot of wisdom, advice, and maybe you think oh, I can't talk to my mom about that. But you can. Boys, you can talk to your mom, your dad. Talk to an older person, not someone in the grade. Don't ask someone in your grade about something really important and you want to know the facts. Ask an older cousin, an older man or lady at the church that you trust, older brother or sister, if you don't feel comfortable speaking to your parents. And then there's always the teachers. Okay. Then there is an exercise you can do on page 25 of your textbook, but you don't have to. There's a table near the bottom, and it's got 3 columns, and you write down there your physical changes you've noticed so far, in the middle, emotional changes you've noticed so far, and then the feelings you feel because of that. Okay. Even if you don't write it, you can just think about it in your head. And there's also an exercise to look at, activity 2 on page 25, where it just asks you about your feelings and emotions. You can go through about 5 or 6 questions and just answer those for yourself. Okay, then you're probably going to spend less time with your family. You want to spend more time with your friends. Some of you want to spend more time just in your room by yourself. And yeah, you're going to be maturing. But the one word of caution I would give is don't be selfish. So it's not me, myself, I all the time. Try, even though you're going through all these things, try not to make everything about you. Okay. And then you are going to develop your own opinions, your own beliefs. You're going to decide what faith or what religion you think you are, what you think is true, what you think is not true. And then with the stress and the tension, you may start to be feeling things like depression. You might feel negative. You might feel, we said, irritable, frustrated. You might have verbal outbursts, little tantrums even. You might feel embarrassed about things at times. You may have a lot of self-doubt. You may be self-conscious about the changes that are happening. And that is all healthy and part of puberty. But for the stress, find ways for yourself to deflate the body from that stress. So one way would be deep breathing. Now, when you breathe in deeply, properly, your stomach will rise. So if you lie on your bed and you breathe in deeply, you must actually see your stomach go up. You know, so it's hold it. So it's in through the nose, out through the mouth. But you don't breathe in so that your stomach is sucked in. When you breathe in, push your stomach out. Do that a few times, you will definitely feel calmer. Okay, perhaps it's a sport that helps you to feel calm. Perhaps for me, if I just read or watch something mindless where I don't really need to think about it, or listen to music, there's lots of things that you can do. Then what I want you to do is on page 29, 30, and 37, I want you to write down the terminology. So I'm going to share the screen with you now. And okay, this is page 29. We've got emotional intelligence, mood, bodily responses. Then we're going to page 30, adrenaline, social, and empathy. Okay. Then let's talk about emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is when you assess your own feelings and other people's feelings, and you're self-aware, you can manage your own emotions, you try to use self-control, and you have empathy for other people and what they are going through. Try to put yourself in their shoes. Okay, and then you try to handle relationships, and that's how you develop interpersonal skills. Now, the emotional responses that are going to take place in these, you can just look for today, you can look from page 25 up to page 37 and leave out the PE pages in between. All right, so let's look at emotional changes. You are going to be starting to think, who am I? What is my place in the world? Think about your gender. You're going to start getting, you're going to have more responsibility at home and at school. You've already seen that, okay? And that's all going to develop your independence. You are going to actually want more responsibilities, and you're going to want to make some decisions for yourself. And there's going to be some conflict with your parents when you want to make decisions and they want to make all the decisions for you at times. You're going to want to look for new adventures, new experiences. You're going to be asking yourself, what is right? What is wrong? You know, look at your peers, and you're going to start developing your own values, your own morals, your own code to live by. You're going to see that your actions have consequences. Your friends will actually start influencing you more in terms of your behavior and in terms of your self-esteem. So all of these changes are going to happen. And what did we say? Girls possibly start at as early as 8 up to 13, and boys start from 10 up to 15. That's when you'll start, and then the process will begin. So you're going to have all these physical and emotional changes happening, which will then cause all the changes in your relationships with your family, your friends, your classmates, even yourself. Bottom line, I want you guys to respect yourself, accept yourself, and have a good relationship with your peers. Remember, you don't have to like everybody. Nobody likes everybody, but respect and accept everybody for their differences. All right? I'm saying all right a lot again, am I? All right. And then I always like to think of that Ava Max song. It goes, if all of the kings had their queens on the throne, we would pop champagne and raise a toast. Cheers to all of the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not standing on your own. Da, 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 da. And I like to think of all of the kings, all of the queens. It's the boys and the girls. You are lifting each other up. You're respecting each other. You're proposing toast to each other. In other words, what we said. Celebrate each other's successes. Be happy for each other's achievements. Respect each other. Don't put anyone down. Don't make nasty comments. Think about your words and your actions. Are you making someone feel better, or are you making somebody feel worse? And that is it for today. So you've just got your terminology to do from the word banks, and then possibly go and look. I'd like it if you went to look at page 25, activity 2 in the table. You can do it in your book, or you can just do it for yourself and see how you feel about those questions. So from me and my new friend, Talking Tom, let's see what he's got to say. No, he's copycat, right? Copycat. Hello, Tom. Hello, Tom. You say, goodbye, grade 7s. Goodbye, grade 7s. Goodbye, grade 7s. Okay, so from me and Tom, over and out. Let me switch him off because he copies absolutely everything you say and do. And guys, I will then chat to you next week. Have a wonderful, peaceful, rewarding, self-controlled, happy week. Love you lots. Over and out.